Right now, there are 2 records flying out of our solar system into deep space, and they contain some pretty wild stuff. The sound of a kiss, a baby crying, and one piece of rock music that NASA actually almost cut.
So, to understand exactly why these super specific, kind of mundane human sounds are hurtling through the deep, dark void of space, we have to talk about the ultimate cosmic time capsule. This wasn't just some random playlist thrown together. It was a meticulously crafted summary of Earth.
Now, the story really starts in the early 1970s. NASA had launched Pioneers 10 and 11, and they attached these simple metal plaques just to identify our time and place of origin, basically a cosmic license plate. But by 1977, they decided to go way bigger for the twin Voyager 1 and 2 probes. They didn't just want to send a map anymore. They wanted to send a true story of our world to any extraterrestrials who might happen to intercept it.
And that ambition resulted in the Golden Record. It's exactly what it sounds like, a 12-inch, gold-plated copper phonograph disc. And NASA didn't just slap a bare record on the side of a spaceship. Each one is safely encased in a protective aluminum jacket. They even included a cartridge, a needle, and symbolic diagram-style instructions explaining exactly how to play the thing.
But think about it. How do you actually curate humanity's greatest hits? It's a monumental task. A special committee, chaired by the legendary astronomer Carl Sagan, spent 10 straight months just figuring out what to include, and they kicked things off with exactly 115 analog-encoded images.
What's truly fascinating is the sheer volume of information they managed to pack in there. Beyond those images, they added spoken greetings in 55 different languages, a 12-minute montage of natural and human sounds, and 90 minutes of incredibly diverse music. The goal was to represent the vast diversity of life and culture on Earth. But they had to be super careful to avoid anything that could trigger a cosmic misunderstanding. For instance, they purposely left out images of war, because an alien civilization might misinterpret that as a threat, instead of a friendly introduction.
The spoken greetings alone are mind-blowing. They span 6,000 years of human linguistics, starting with ancient Akkadian from millennia ago and wrapping up with the modern Chinese dialect of Wu. And right at the end of the English section, there's this incredibly simple, poignant message. Hello from the children of planet Earth, spoken by Carl Sagan's own 6-year-old son, Nick.
When it came to the visuals, the committee was way more focused on raw information than making things look purely artistic. We're talking diagrams of human anatomy and DNA, shots of the Taj Mahal, and even a page straight from Isaac Newton. They actually staged these highly specific, almost awkward photos, like a woman licking an ice cream cone or a man drinking water, literally just to explain our biology and show aliens how human mouths work.
And that 12-minute sound montage is just as wonderfully specific. It's got a captured whale greeting, and, yep, that literal kiss we mentioned at the start, it was actually the project's producer kissing the cheek of creative director Andrew M. They even included Druon's actual brainwaves. They recorded them on an EEG, compressed them into a single minute, and she later said they sounded like a string of exploding firecrackers. The coolest part? She had just gotten engaged to Carl Sagan a few days prior, so there is literally a human love story hidden inside those neurological signals.
But, as you can probably guess, trying to curate a perfect representation of Earth wasn't exactly without some internal friction, especially when it came down to filling up that 90 minutes of music.
And this story really brilliantly illustrates the human side of the whole project. The team wanted to include Chuck Berry's 1958 rock and roll hit, Johnny B. Goode. But the well-known folklorist Alan Lomax heavily objected. He argued that rock music was just too adolescent for such a profound cosmic message. The song faced some serious controversy and pushback, but Carl Sagan jumped in to defend it, firing back with this absolutely legendary counter-argument. There are a lot of adolescents on the planet. Thanks to Sagan, rock and roll made the final cut, flying right alongside Beethoven and Navajo chants.
So, with all this incredible stuff safely tucked aboard the twin Voyager probes, it really begs the ultimate question. What are the actual chances that an advanced, spacefaring alien civilization will ever find, let alone play, this record?
Well, to ground the hype a little bit, we have to look at the staggering reality of deep space. It is going to be 40,000 years before the Voyager spacecraft even make a close approach to another planetary system. 40,000 years! The sheer vastness of the empty space they're traveling through means a physical alien encounter is honestly extremely unlikely.
Which brings us to our final thought. Ultimately, the Golden Record is less about making literal contact with extraterrestrials and much more a beautifully curated message to ourselves.
It's a hopeful time capsule that forces us to look at our shared humanity, captured in this highly specific snapshot from 1977. It really leaves us with a profound question. If we were to launch a new record out into the stars today, what would you choose to include?